Today I'm gonna be talking about rejection blocks or rejection wicks, whatever you wanna call them. Wicks, rejection blocks, rejection wicks. Uh, okay, so first of all, what is a rejection block? When, let's say, uh, prices bearish taps into a PD array down here, and then we react off that like crazy. Usually the candle leaves a wick, so it would look like this. Hold on, I'm trying to find how I can make this. Mm, okay, like this, right? See how the candle left a huge wick after tapping into this. Fuck. After tapping in this PD array. Like, let's say it is like a daily, weekly, or daily fair value gap, right? And let's say we're in a 4 hour or 1 hour. This is essentially a 4 hour slash 1 hour candle, right? So this wick is formed from like a strong reaction of the high time frame PD arrays. So that wick from the candle open down to the low of the wick, you're gonna mark that out, and that's a rejection block. So essentially, price would usually retrace back down onto that rejection block. And hold on, let me make this better. Price usually would retrace back down into that rejection block and usually tick it and then just fucking go crazy. Okay, so first of all, what is a rejection block slash wick? So what a rejection block is, wick formed, wait, I'm a massive wick formed by a candle after reacting off a level of a key level slash PD or array. Okay, so we got that down. Uh, okay, what else wanna say? Fuck. Oh yeah. Mm, the best ways to use a rejection block is usually you can set a limit order on the CE, the 50% of the rejection block, or the no, the start of the rejection block, the CE of the rejection block, or the OTE, which would be this. Oh fuck, what am I on? Which would be this. See, on the right here, this would be the CE 50%. Uh, this would be the OTE, which is I usually like to take it off the 0.705 or the 0.79. Those are like the levels that react crazy, but usually CE works. Where, wait, how can you use a rejection block? Uh, Entries on the top of the rejection block, CE or the OTE. I'm gonna get into some examples for rejection blocks, but right now I'm just explaining it. Okay, so another thing you wanna keep in mind with rejection blocks is fuck, I don't know if there's going if this is if one video is enough to explain rejection blocks. Maybe I'll make another video, but I'll try to explain as much as possible. Mm, what you wanna oh shit. Well, what you wanna keep in mind with rejection blocks is that not all rejection blocks work because in the end, you need doesn't matter if like the rejection block looks clean, shit like that. Sometimes even A plus rejection blocks get raped. So what you want to keep in mind is high time frame narrative and time basically. You don't want to be trading price only. You want to be trading with you want to trade price plus time. Okay, enough yapping. Another thing I want to talk about is engineered liquidity. So yeah, another way to make a rejection block higher probability is you want to see engineered liquidity in that rejection block. So you can see like price going inside the rejection block, but it doesn't tap in into the CE yet. Hold on, let me just remove this so it's not confusing. You want to see price tap into the rejection block. Hold up. Okay, 4 hour time frame. Keep that in mind. Uh, you want to see price tap into the rejection block, but you don't want to see it tap into CE. If it taps into CE, usually I wouldn't take the rejection block anymore. So it taps into CE, reacts off that a bit, and then if you see it retrace back and tap CE, that's how you know that this is a good level. But you can't be taking rejection blocks blindly. Uh, but yeah, why you wanna have this? Why you wanna have price tap into the rejection block and like make a mini wick inside? If you get what I mean? Is because it's engineered liquidity. So you see this low acts as a engineered liquidity which price can sweep when it taps into CE. Usually what do you call it? High probability CE is when like the engineered liquidity gets swept on NQ but ES left it, which forms an SMT. This would make like the CE more higher probability. You know what I mean? You can get away with a 5 point 10 point stop. I would just put 10 point stop. I try not to get too greedy. You can target whatever like some liquidity up there. Yeah, so this is what you want uh, in a high probability rejection block is engineered liquidity. So what's a good form of engineered liquidity? Let me just fucking type it out actually. Hold on. Okay. What's a good form of engineered liquidity? Okay, first of all, what is engineered liquidity? Engineered liquidity is basically uh how do I explain this shit, bro? Fuck. Mm, I guess you can say newly formed liquidity near your level, which price can sweep slash tap into to further increase the probability of your level. So essentially, think of it like a liquidity sweep, like right here. Think of it as a liquidity sweep. You get what I mean? Okay, so what forms of engineered liquidity are there? So it can be a regular low inside an RB. It doesn't have to be an RB. It can be an order block, fair value gap. Depends on type of trader you are. Usually, I limit rejection blocks, but some people they limit order blocks, fair value gaps, BPRs, shit like that. You know what I mean? But engineered liquidity is usually always present in all of those. So it can be that. Strong engineered liquidity actually are equal highs or equal lows. Usually, equal highs or equal lows mm, make your level like pretty good. Fuck, I don't know how to explain this shit, but you get what I mean. My favorite one is usually lower time frame PD arrays aligning with your level. So what do I mean by this is like, let's say on here for this 1 4 hour wick. You want to see like let's say you scale down to the 5 minute. You see like a inverse fair value gap, BPR, whatever, any bullshit, any PD arrays you can find. If you see like let's say the top of that PD array lines up with the CE, or the CE lines up with the CE, or the bottom lines up with the CE. Like I said, the three most reactive, I guess you can say four or three, whatever. 3/4 most reactive parts of a PD array are the top, the CE, the bottom, or the OTE, like I just mentioned just now. So yeah, you want to have a lower time frame PD array, but I suggest using time frame alignment. If you don't know what time frame alignment is, you can watch T Trade's video on that, or like just search up any ICT video explaining time frame alignment. So let's say 4 hour time frame, you scale down to the 15-minute time frame. Look for a PD array there. You can even scale down even more into like let's say 5 minute time frame, 1 minute time frame, and just stack PD arrays. Yeah, that's pretty much an explanation about rejection blocks. Here's an example actually. Where was it? Here. Reject. Wait. Oh yeah, one more thing I wanna talk about is a good rejection block. Here, let me just fucking write it out. What makes a good rejection block? It has liquidity inside it, which is like this engineered liquidity. It sweeps liquidity like this one. This is a rejection block, right? This wick. You see that? You see how it swept this high before? That's how you know that's a good rejection block. Sweeps liquidity, has liquidity inside it, and what makes it even better is it tapped into a higher time frame PD array and reacted off that. So like the wick formed after it tapped into the PD array, like I said on here. Uh, yeah, honestly, pretty much that. I might make another video on it. You guys can screenshot this or something. Hold on. Put it in your like fucking notes or something. I don't know. Yeah. Let me get back to this. So this, you can see this rejection block. Mm, you see it swept liquidity right here. Fuck. Swept liquidity right there. Let me just switch this real quick. So swap liquidity right there. Has liquidity inside. And you want to make sure it does not tap into the CE. Otherwise, the rejection block is invalid. Sweeps liquidity, taps into this fair value gap, or you can also take this rejection block actually. Oh wait, never mind, I got edged. Or this CISD. You can say tap into that CISD, sweeps liquidity previously, has liquidity inside. So this, what I've made for you guys is basically just a checklist. Has liquidity inside it? Let's check. We got liquidity right here. Both of these highs are act as liquidity. Sweeps liquidity. Yes, it indeed swept liquidity before. Tapped into a higher time frame PD array and reacted off that. We see that it did do that. Reacted off this order block. So 5 minute time frame. Keep that in mind. You see here, you can limit the. Hold on. You can limit the CE of this, or you can take the OTE. You see how it ticked off 0.62, but usually I don't really play limits of 0.62. Usually I do CEs or the 0.705 or the 79s. But then again, this would have, yeah, this would have still gave you a 5 point stop. But I usually play it safe and go for a 10 point stop. Depends though on how confident I am on my level. So you see how this top tick that you can probably target some low hanging fruit. Oh wait, let me see if. Oh yeah, hold up. Before you do that, you can go into the lower time frames. You can see shit like this also. You see this. Uh, CISD order block, 5 minute order block, time frame alignment. You see how the CE pretty much overlaps. You want to take like the closest thing to the CE, which is this. You can take that off that. 5 point, 10 point stop, whatever. Depends on your risk management. And then you can target like low hanging fruit. You can target this low or this fair value gap, this order block, whatever. Or you can target these lows. Maybe like leave some runners to this low and this low. You get what I mean? So yeah, that's pretty much order rejection blocks explain. Yeah. Uh, if you guys got like any questions, you can fucking comment it down or join my Discord, which is free. If you need help, I can help you out on there. Discord's on my YouTube bio. I mean, yeah, YouTube bio. So yeah, that's rejection blocks. So if you guys need another video on rejection blocks, I'll probably make another one, but I don't really know what else to explain or what you guys need to know, but this is pretty much the essentials of a rejection block. Alright,